And today we are back in the garage. It is extremely hot, so but we got some work to do. Today we are continuing the front end restoration. We finally received our intercooler hoses. We've been waiting for these. These came out of Japan. Um, we got new clamps. So these are the pieces that I still had left to do on the car. So today's job is we got to remove the whole front end. We're going to take everything out from an intercooler piping side of the equation, not the hard pipes, but the basically these are the blow-off valve pipes actually, because the other pipes are already updated. Those are HKS pipes with new hoses and clamps, but the blow-off valve pipes are still the ones that came with the car. So we're going to change this, new hardware, new we got new clamps. We're going to be refinishing the brackets, mounting brackets. So we got little things like this to put in while we're in there. This is all the little rubber pieces of underneath the hood. We also got some vacuum hoses for, again, these are the return lines from the blow-off valves themselves. And then these guys finally showed up. These are cool. The Nismo 40th anniversary 400R style emblems. Those are pretty cool. So something else additionally that we will be doing, but the part did not arrive, so we're still waiting on it. Today is what is it? Today's Saturday. Was hoping to have it so that we can change it, but basically what we're doing is we're upgrading the Xenon's ballast to LED ballast and LED bulbs for both high beam and low beam. We'll see how this plays out. It's actually a kit for 5, and I'm going to try to retrofit it. But it did not come in, so it should be here on Monday. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start all the intercooler pipes today, take the whole front end apart. I also want to look at whenever it rains or I wash the car, I'll get a little bit of moisture inside the headlights. And we've done a lot to try to mitigate that issue. However, it's not 100% solved. So, along the lines of that, we picked up some new um, covers. I don't know what these are called. I guess cover. Yeah, I don't know what these are called. Anyways, these things. These are like the covers for where the bulbs, the high low beams, lock into. So they have new gaskets. So these usually that's another part that can go. But we have these to replace the ones that are in the car. Additionally, while the headlights out, one thing that I noticed that you could do is I bought a little smoke machine to trace any sort of like leak tests. So with the smoke machine, I can plug it in and see if there's any additional leaks on the seal of the front of the lens, to see if that is where the moisture is being sucked. So we're gonna do that test, but to do that, we gotta take the whole front end. And since we're doing it all, anyways, we're gonna be doing a little bit of that. Um, so yeah, so that is the plan. So just to recap, take the front end, intercooler hoses, new hardware, refinish brackets, take the headlights off, do the leak test down of it, and wait for the Xenon headlight kit, which means the car's not going to be drivable probably for the next week and a half. That sucks. But oh well, it's part of the gig. So let's get to it. All right, and we got the bumper off. We got the wheel well stuff off. So we are going to be handling taking now all of these little hoses, and we got any clamps. Uh, this section here. So basically, it's these guys. We'll clean this up. This guys. We'll have to take this guy out because I want to clean it. And yeah, so let's get to it. All right, we're over here trying to remove these this section here. But oh wait, I have something for this. I keep forgetting. My good old trusty pointy finger. Ba ba bam. All right. So yeah. So over here, we're in the middle of trying to remove these guys, but these clamps are so stuck. It's becoming challenging. For the most part, I got most of them out right now. So the problem right now is this little guy doesn't want to come off. I don't want to strip it. I need to get it out so I can get this piece out, and then I can go underneath and get these bolts up here. All right, and we're back, and the car is in pieces. So we got the headlights out. We got all the lower piping out. Let's go over here. We got a mess. So we got the headlights out in anticipation for the kit that we're going to try to retrofit. We have to take the airbox out to get to the headlights. Here is all of the brackets. So these are the bracket. This is the mounting bracket for the blow-off valve. Um, here's the blow valve setup. So that needs to be cleaned up, and we got the new hoses and rebuilt. So we'll be doing that as well. We got the headlights out in anticipation for the LED conversion kit. And what else? I think that's it. It is extremely hot. I think I've sweated probably 20 pounds worth of sweat. So I'm going to put a pause for today, and we'll continue this tomorrow. Where we'll clean everything and get everything prepped for paint. We got a couple of areas down there that I'm going to take out, like this bracket here, and we're going to clean up, primer it, and then paint over it like we did with this for just to preserve it and make sure that it doesn't continue. We have a little bit of surface rust right there. That's on the finish. It's not actually the metal flake type of stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to put a pause for now here because I'm exhausted. And we'll pick this up tomorrow when we clean things up and we're prepping for paint. This is interesting. There's a hack-ass job in here of electronics for these updated ballasts for the Xenons, and I'm hoping that this doesn't turn into a cluster as I try to retrofit the R35 kit. The good news is that it looks like the OEM connector is still intact, but on the headlights themselves, it does look like we got some additional hackery where it looks like. So here's the grommet opening where the original Xenon cable should go, and what the hell is that? So we're gonna figure something out there. That's gonna come apart because we're gonna run a new connection cable. Looking at this headlight's better here to look at. Let me see. This is tough with one hand. These headlights are so expensive. Every time I touch them, I just super careful. Anyways, so we have the OEM connector. So here's what it should have looked like. You see that? It's got the grommet. Not sure what happened. So we're going to try to get the grommet to run the new cable. So this is the cable that goes to the Xenon housing light for the bulb itself. And this is the high beam connection, which doesn't look like it's been affected by. I don't. So this is part of the original harness cable, maybe, and that has been spliced. Look at right here. So, anyways, so once we get the R35 kit, we'll see what kind of damage we have to do to get that solved. This is, I mean, hackery from the previous owner. Look at this fancy job what they did with the turn light signals. I don't even know why. Why they retrofitted older headlights to new connections? I'm not really sure. Or older light to a new connector. It looks like to me. Look at this shit. Anyways, this is part of this ownership of these cars, so that might be where I'm getting my moisture issues from this setup. So either way, we're gonna do a leak down test to understand in a better way where these headlights are leaking from once they're fully sealed. So that should give me a good estimation. Also, if we're able to convert them to the R35 LED kit, it's going to they're going to run much cooler. One of the main issues is the Xenons run really hot too, so it's more prone for moisture issues. All right, good morning. It's the next day. We got the intercooler out here. We're washing it down. It's a little dusty from being in front of the car. We got the headlights out last night, right here. We got all the brackets and everything already out. Here are all the old parts and my cleaning brushes. This is all the junk pile. Um, so today we're going to be tackling this bad boy. We're gonna trying to clean this up a little bit. It's a little kind of gross looking, and the car still very much in pieces out here. So we started spraying. Let's take a look. We are spraying my beautiful setup back here. We got these things getting primed right now, so that we can get everything looking brand new again. Let's keep going. So we got some of the brackets being dried out now. They're pretty much good to go. We're just drying out. I got this brackets here, and then this is the one connector pipe. We're also adding a little dot of color there. So everything's going well. We're just waiting for it to dry out. Dogs are hanging out with me. So while we wait, we did come in and cleaned up. We cleaned up the intercooler, and then something that we ended up doing because we had a little bit of surfacey rust here from water splashing over the years. So I treated this. So we sanded it down. We use automotive primer to reseal this little section. It's only here that it was somewhat of an issue. So we use automotive primer. This should prevent any and protect it for future usage until we can actually get the car fully repainted. But for now, this is just a temporary measure, and it does clean it up. It prevents any additional issues that might be happening. So for now, we're waiting for things to dry out. So we're going to take a quick break and then get back to it, start putting the car back together. Or at least the intercooler pipes. All right, check it out. We got everything's painted right now. We're just letting things cure. I'm gonna wait until overnight. I actually found these. I forgot I had these. I had gotten these from Yahoo Auctions because mine on the top are scratched up right here. So I found this set. It was way better shape than mine. I just refinished it, sanded it down, refinished it. It looks brand new. Highly recommend if you want to do this. I'll show you the product that I use. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, I sanded it down with 400 grit. Got all the little imperfections out, and then just kind of refinished it with the product I'll show you. It's a spray that's for interior vinyl trim, and then makes everything look brand new again. So highly recommend it if you are like mine. It just needs a little bit of love in this area. The interior of mine is really clean. This one piece is the one piece that looks not great. I'll show you in a second. But anyways, here is the rest of the brackets. So these are the intercooler lower mounts. These mount to this section here through grommets. We were able to clean up a little bit the housing for the blow valves themselves. This is the intercooler bracket. Um, and I had these yellow wires sticking out. It's a ground for my horn. So while I was painting, I took it out and I just sprayed it black. So, you know, here is the here's the stopper for the brake master cylinder stopper. It's the Cusco. It was red. We painted it burnt orange, which is the same color as the calipers for now. And then let me show you over here what we're still waiting. So I ended up doing some more coats on these guys. Here's the Cusco stopper. It's now black instead of the blue. We stripped it down and we painted it. Where is that product? So I used right here. This is what I use, satin black color coat for the interior piece. If your interior needs refinishing, you can actually spray this on fabric. They have one for fabric. This is the plastic one. It works really well. It makes everything look brand new again. Let me show you what that looks like. I always don't like opening the doors when the car is jacked, but here we go. So here's the interior. Here's what that guy looks like. You can see scratch, looks like poop. So we're gonna probably do the same thing to this guy, take it apart at some point. Not today, but as you can see, it didn't look great. So now, completely new. Oh, I always forget. Takachan, completely new looking. Looks so good. So we cleaned up. This looks looking way better. It's pretty hot in here. Um, Everything's looking good underneath. We got cars apart for now. So we cleaned up the intercooler as well. We degreased it and put some dish detergent. I was gonna polish it again, but I did that already, and it's kind of a waste of time. I just wiped it out and cleaned it. You can put some stainless steel polisher if you want to really get it 100%. But the moment that thing gets wet with the rain, it's just gonna go back to the same. And so yeah, so now we just gotta wait for these things to cure overnight so they can really be nice and clean and cure and ready for install later on the week. And for now, we're gonna pause. Now that this is done, we're going to do the test leak on the headlights themselves. Those are inside, so we'll pick that up on the inside. All right, well, we ended up clapping out with this stupid smoke machine because A, 12 volt doesn't have a wall plug. It has this stupid thing, so I guess it's meant to be used if you're using a car. That's cool. I have a power source that I can probably jig up to get 12 volts out of that. However, the stupid thing doesn't come with oil for smoking, so I have no oil. It gives you a nice empty canister though, so you can put your own oil, and it doesn't say anything about it. So we have no oil, boys. So this is put on hold for now because we're gonna have to get some stupid oil for smoke making. Yeah, that's so annoying. So we'll put a pause on this today, and I guess pick it up in the next few days. Let's see. All right, so we are installing our LED conversion kit from Last Fit. This is their Nissan kit. It is meant for GTRs, R35s, and modern Nissans. But what I'm doing is basically hacking or retrofitting essentially this kit. It's a 12 volt kit, LED conversion for the D2S plug, which is essentially the same plug as the Xenon. These fit, the thickness of these fit directly in the housing, so you don't have to modify the housing. The only thing you have to do is the plug that goes into this, you have to cut it so that you can then essentially connect to the power source of where the old ballasts were. So here's the old ballast from the other side. I already finished it, so I got this. This is the old setup, and essentially what it is, we have it over here. So I have to actually connect the cable, but here is where I cut the plug. You have a red and black that connect directly to these. So in this one, green is power, black is obviously ground. So black to black, red to green, you connect. This is where the main harness power from the car goes into it, and then essentially this is how the circuit completes. Power goes here, loops, connects the new ballast, loops in, connects the light that's already inside. For this is the low beam Xenon, now converted to LED. And again, power goes in, loops into the high beam, which is still halogen. This is I believe it's called H1 or H11 bulb. I'm waiting on the LED versions, so those are just plug and play, nothing else on those, and it should be pretty well done. So now what I got to do is solder the connections from this to this plug it up, and then this headlight's done. We do have to clean it up because it's a little dusty, and then we are working on this one now. So we're going to, again, all you gotta do, here, this is the ballast. You just basically, you gotta get those plugs out on the wire. So what I did is I just cut it, and then I'm using these connectors to connect back to it, and it's pretty straightforward. All right, so we got the light installed. We're testing it again. So now it's basically how it should be, how it will be once it's all cleaned up. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit because it's pretty dusty since I have it out. But the installation's in, basically meaning that it's the way that it's going to go in. So battery's on. We're going to turn the lights on. There we go. And there it is. Chunka-chan. Pretty cool. And then again, to test out high beam, low beam, high beam, low beam, off. Pretty cool. All right, we're testing the next side. There it is. It's working. You can hear the fan going off. It's all working. Low beam. Let's put the high beam on. High beam. Both lamps are on. You can see how ugly the halogen is. Low beam off, or high beam off. And we're gonna turn off. Cool. It works. All right, we started installing the intercooler piping back again. This is what this looks like right now. It's getting there. It's looking pretty good. I'm annoyed because the kit that I got, not all the screws came in zinc. So some are silver and some are in zinc plated. That annoys me, but you're never gonna see it. The good thing is that it's all new, and we're changing it all out. So let's keep going. All right, so we're gonna go for a drive, get everything back on. bumper's still off because things get loose. So we're going to take it for a spin, raise it up, check everything again, make sure that all the clamps are staying put. And then it's already dark, so tomorrow I'll put the bumper back on and we should be done. So let's go for a spin. Alright, so check it out. Man, the lights are so much brighter. I love it. Let's see. We can actually see at night. Look at that. So much brighter. Here's the high beams. You can actually see through. A lot more modern than before. The halogens were awful. This is great. Alright, so we took it out for a spin. We make sure to hit full boost. Everything seems to be working really well. So far, everything's holding out. And the lights look so much better. Look at that. Much brighter. You can actually see at night. Even though we had Xenons, still they weren't great. 1990s technology. So, but everything's holding out. So now we're gonna head back home, let it cool off, and then tomorrow we'll put the bumper back on, and then we'll call it a day. Awesome. All right, here we go. We got everything back on. The whole front end's put back together. She's looking good. So yeah, it's about to pour. So I'm trying to clean things up so that we can go do a quick test drive before the rain comes. Something I wanted to show you. Where is my pointy guy? Here he is. All right, check this out. We were able to install the Cusco brake stopper. So if you know anything about Skylines, the firewall flexing is real. So we were able to get in here and install this. We did ended up finishing from the bright blue and red to just black. And I basically used the same color that I used on the calipers for the cap. So it should just kind of touch it up and kind of combine everything together. But yeah, here's what it's looking like. All right, we finished. We just took it out for a quick spin. Everything's operating as expected. We're trying to beat the rain right now because it's coming. But yeah, this is what the lights look like during the day. They look pretty good. I'm excited for it. Honestly, that was the biggest change. That's a pretty big game changer. So I highly encourage anyone that has a car like this that has an older Xenons to just convert it to LED. I'll put the link of where I bought this stuff. I'm not affiliated. They did not pay me or anything like that. It's just about sharing information that's valuable for anyone doing this kind of stuff. So thanks for sticking around. Car's looking good. Feels good. No leaks. We just boosted it again. Hit full boost. We were making sure that nothing was coming loose or everything was staying tight. This is kind of cool. You can kind of see everything's cleaned up. It looks pretty good from there. So that's exactly what I wanted to see. Which is kind of silly because nobody's going to know that stuff's in there. But I know, and I care. So anyways, thanks for sticking around. Until the next one, we'll see you. That's what she's looking like. Pretty badass. Cheers.